Hey everyone, how you doing today? It's me, David. I'm here in my whiskey den, and we're doing another comparison between two bourbons video. What are we doing? Well, I think you know because you saw the title underneath the video and the title card, right? Right. So these are two 90 proof bourbons. We got Russell's Reserve. This is aged 10 years. It's 90 proof, hence it's a 90 proof bourbon. And we got Bulleit Bourbon, which is another 90 proof bourbon. Both of them are I'd say a high rye content. Let's get the mash bills. And I have done reviews on these individually on the channel, so you can check those videos out when you're done watching this one. So on the Bulleit Bourbon, the mash bill is 68% corn, 28% rye, so it's a real high rye content, and 4% malted barley. It's aged between 5 and 8 years. So with bourbons, we're going to say this is a 5-year aged bourbon, because even though it's a blend of bourbons that were aged between 5 and 8 years, you go with the lowest year as the age statement. So aged for 5 years. You got that? Russell's Reserve, 75% corn, so it's got a bit higher corn content. 13% rye, so a lower rye content. And 12% malted barley, so higher malt barley. Aged minimum 10 years. So same thing with this as for all bourbons. This could have been aged between 10 and 100 years, but you have to go with the lowest age statement on that. Bulleit Bourbon here in Ohio, we go with the MSRPs, which is manufacturer suggested retail price, is $26, and then $38 here in Ohio for Russell's Reserve. If you're in a state that is not state regulated, you may be paying more for your bourbon. Right? So let's get out our little tasting glasses, and I'm not going to go too much into anything on this. So we're going to do a little tasting pour of that. Let that breathe a little. It smells good from here. And, I try to do first taste videos and just review maybe second taste videos on stuff. But I do enjoy doing these matchup videos. And I'll tell you why. Because, if I'm going to the liquor store and, I see Bulleit Bourbon, which I've enjoyed Bulleit Bourbon for quite a number of years. Do I want to spend a little more of my money and get Russell's Reserve, which is aged a minimum twice as long? What's going on, all right? So let's do a little comparison. Again, both 90 proof bourbons. Right off the bat, I should have looked right off the bat first. Look at that. The color of the Wild Turkey, Russell's Reserve is made by Wild Turkey. So a bit darker, bit richer looking, and that comes from the additional aging. And they age their bourbon in really heavy char barrels, so you're going to get a bit more of the flavorful char off of that. But wow, quite a difference. You would think that the Wild Turkey with the higher corn content would smell a bit sweeter, but it smells a bit richer. But let's go with Bulleit Bourbon first. Nice. I mean, it tastes like Bulleit Bourbon. It does have a nice, rich, high rye taste to it. I mean, it's not a cheap bourbon. I'm kind of making it sound like I don't like it. I really like Bulleit Bourbon. Really good. let me get a little acclimated and then we'll try the Russell's Reserve. So, okay, Bulleit bourbon, good basic standby. Not a cheap bourbon, doesn't have a super obnoxious burn. Not bad. I do enjoy Bulleit. So for what it is, it's a good for like mixing in different drinks. It's doesn't have the smoothness of a wheated bourbon, but it is good and solid. But the Russell's Reserve, it's kind of legendary because you got Jimmy and Eddie Russell, father and son, master distillers. Jimmy Russell has been with Wild Turkey, I think, since the 50s. And he's in the Bourbon Master Distiller Hall of Fame and everything. So is his son. But if it's got their name on it, it's got to be good. So let's see. Wow. See, I usually compare the Russell's Reserve with the other Wild Turkey stuff, which is really hot and rich and deep, especially the 101. Man, that's hardly got any sort of burn on it. Wow. In comparison to the Bulleit. Bulleit's decent, but man, if you got an extra $15 in your pocket, you go for that Russell's Reserve. It's quite a bargain at that price. You know, getting a 10-year-old bourbon in itself, people, I mean, you get big money for stuff like that, but an everyday working man's 90 proof 10-year aged bourbon, that is so awesome. I wasn't looking for a winner or a loser here, but hey, this Russell's Reserve, I'm going to pick a winner, and this is it, all right? There's no question about it. Having the Bulleit is really good. It's good for what it is. If you want something to mix, for mixed drinks, you want to make a Manhattan or an old-fashioned. I'm just spewing things because I'm not into the mixed drinks. This is a good, hearty, sturdy bourbon for your mixed drinks. And it is good on the rocks. I enjoy Bulleit on the rocks. It'll stand up to the water in the rocks, which is ice. But, I mean, if you want something, man, just to kick back, relax, have with your dinner, got some buddies over, and you just want to chill out, that's good. If you want to give the gift of bourbon to a friend, go for the Russell's Reserve. Really good stuff. So I'll leave it at that before I go further. In a nutshell, hot, bit harsh, decent for mixing, mellow, smooth, well-balanced, elegant is this one here. So until next time, it's me, David, coming to you from my whiskey den here in Central Ohio. I hope your next pour is your best pour, and we'll catch you later. Thanks so much for watching. Hey everyone, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe so you can be notified of future videos as they drop. Thanks for watching.